This is Into the Multiverse with Josh Peck.
Well, it seems the Doomsday clock is 2 minutes to midnight, and apparently it's all Trump's fault. And none of the scientists' fault, of course. Welcome to In the Multiverse. I am your host, Josh Peck. We've had a couple of very interesting episodes, and thank you all for your feedback. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and make sure you click that little bell. That will tell YouTube to notify you when I put up new episodes. That would be great. Yeah, so there's this doomsday clock that scientists use to basically badger legislation and try to make politicians do what they want. But there's an article that says, this is from Science Magazine, it says, the world is closer to nuclear annihilation than any point since the first hydrogen bombs were tested in the early 1950s, says a group of scientists who monitor global tensions. Here's a picture, and look how disappointed they are. They are disappointed. It's like we've upset mommy and daddy. It says the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists announced today that it has moved its doomsday clock to 2 minutes before midnight, citing North Korea's recent test of missiles and nuclear weapons, and the world's lack of progress in confronting climate change. There's that elusive climate change again. Not exactly sure what that has to do with nuclear annihilation, but I'm sure we'll have a lot of scientific reasons presented before us that will not be able to be disputed because they're so logical and make so much sense, right? Don't hold your breath. Here's a quote from Rachel Bronson. It says, in 2017, we saw reckless language in the nuclear realm heat up already dangerous situations and relearn that minimizing evidence-based assessments regarding climate and other global challenges does not lead to better public policies. So that's Rachel Bronson, Bulletin's president and CEO in Chicago. So last year, the clock moved half a tick from 3 minutes to 2.5 minutes before midnight. It has been in single digits since India and Pakistan staged back-to-back nuclear weapons tests in 1998. And it's really strange. This actually doesn't really mean anything real. It means that there are some scientists who want certain policies in place and are using it. If you have kids, maybe you've used this tactic on your kids. I use it quite a bit. When your kids get out of hand or they misbehave, don't make me count to 10. 1, 2, and then you keep going on, but you never really reach 10 because usually they do what they say, and if they don't, then you just ground them or you do whatever you do. This is kind of like that. I mean, of course, nuclear tensions and things like that should be taken seriously, but to throw up a big clock and it's 2 more minutes. Don't make me count to 10. It's a little ridiculous. So, of course, this is all getting blamed on Trump. It says, in addition to a war of words between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, the Bulletin Scientists and Security Board flagged steps by all the world's nuclear powers to enhance their nuclear arsenals. The lack of high-level negotiations between the United States and Russia on arms control, Russia's activities in Crimea and plans to strengthen the U.S. nuclear arsenal have also heightened tensions. And actually, just recently we heard the State of the Union address where President Trump said that he wants to strengthen the nuclear program to, make us feared in the world so nobody will want to mess with us. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If somebody else has nukes, we should have bigger nukes, so then maybe they won't use them, Now, of course, that goes into a lot of different areas, and this article is basically saying over and over again, it's Trump, Trump, well, right here, Trump bears blame for being, quote, unable to develop, coordinate, and clearly communicate a coherent foreign, much less nuclear policy. And again, that one is from Robert Rosner, an astrophysicist at the University of Chicago. It's Trump's problem. It's his fault. Now, it concludes down here. It talks about climate change a little bit more. I'll link the article in the description below. That's the word I was looking for. I kept thinking comments because I'm thinking I'm going to ask you guys to comment on this because I want to know what you think. But yeah, in the description below, you can view the article. So it asks the questions, are things today as bad as in 1953 when both the United States and Russia exploded thermonuclear bombs? And then it says comparisons are difficult. Are things as bad today as in 1953 when both the United States and Russia exploded thermonuclear bombs? I don't think that that's that difficult of comparison. Obviously, things are way better today because we're not exploding thermonuclear bombs right now. So clearly things are better. But of course, if they admit that, then they admit that, well, Trump's the president and he's not bringing us into the nuclear war that we were all promised, at least not yet. So it doesn't fit the narrative. So yeah, basically you got these staunchy, pearl-clutching scientists saying, oh no, we got to do something here. We got to take climate change seriously, and President Trump needs to do a better job at handling North Korea, and that's basically what this clock is all about. And here's a quote from Lawrence Krauss. We've made the clear statement that we feel the world is getting more dangerous. You've got to be kidding me. We present the clock not so much as doom and gloom, but as an opportunity to get government and public discussing the important issues. Now look, I'm all about prevention, as we all should be, but you got to actually back some of this stuff up with facts. And as we discussed in an earlier video, climate change doesn't fall in that category. And again, the nuclear stuff, what do you want done? I mean, more legislation, a bigger government is not going to solve the problem. A doomsday clock report by the Bulletin scientists suggests ways world leaders can step back from the brink, starting with Trump, of course, starting with Trump ignoring Kim Jong-un's provocative rhetoric. I'm not sure if that's the best way to handle it, but because leaders and governments have proved ineffective at easing many threats, says Sivan Kartha of the Stockholm Environment Institute, moving the clock back will require the public to compel their leaders to once again respect scientists, heed the facts, and make rational choices that move us further from the brink. See, it's because we don't respect the scientists enough. Maybe if they gave us accurate science, maybe then we would have some respect. Maybe if they didn't want to jail climate deniers like Bill Nye, or basically treat the world like treat the entire country like idiots just because we might not agree on something, even though we're all working from the same data. Maybe if they didn't deny data that actually does exist, maybe we would have a little bit more respect for the scientists. So I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take care and God bless.
With all the talk in media today about women's rights to be heard and treated with fairness and decency in all public platforms, Donna Howell's timely new book boldly establishes how it was Jesus Christ himself that settled this issue a long time ago. And at a time when it would have been considered revolutionary and prophetic. Bible scholars know that Jesus, while recognizing appropriate gender roles, intentionally began the first women's empowerment movement. But why did he do that? The answer to that mystery is in the Bible itself. Now, in one of the most talked about new releases of the year, The Handmaidens Conspiracy by best-selling author Donna Howell. The permanent changes Jesus made regarding women's rights, their value, and their role in delivering his message to the world is brought to light.
And if God decides to raise up a radical, he only needs one voice for an entire Great Awakening, and it could be yours.
Yeah. This is Reverend Donna Howell. Yeah.
Once you read The Handmaidens Conspiracy, you'll never think about the church that Jesus Christ started and that his apostles decreed in the same way again. The Handmaidens Conspiracy, available March 1st at skywatchtv.com.
Follow the cultural and historic backdrop behind Paul's words in the New Testament that correct the record on some of the most misinterpreted scriptures in modern history in relation to the issue of women, their leadership role in the church, and understand properly what Paul was responding to when the epistles were written. Skywatch TV is proud to announce one of the most anticipated, talked about new releases of the year, The Handmaidens Conspiracy promotional offer. When you order The Handmaidens Conspiracy from Skywatch TV, you'll receive Skywatch TV's brand new, beautifully bound, limited edition red letter King James Version of the Holy Bible with Apocrypha. In addition to the Old and New Testaments, this never-before-released, one-of-a-kind deluxe collector's Bible includes the ancient apocryphal books like Enoch, Jubilees, and 15 more ancient texts that the disciples of Christ read and quoted from. This gorgeous, limited edition Bible is available exclusively from Skywatch TV and holds a retail value of $80. Yours absolutely free for a limited time. That's right, absolutely free when you purchase the Handmaidens Conspiracy promotional offer. Also included in this once-in-a-lifetime offer is the Donna Howell collection that includes all 3 of her runaway best-selling works, Radicals, Redeemed Unredeemable, and Final Fire. Sold separately, this unprecedented promotional offer retails for $160. Yours now for only $29.95 plus shipping and handling. This is one of the most exciting promotional offers we've made available, and you don't want to miss this opportunity to receive all 4 of best-selling author Donna Howell's works, along with the remarkable deluxe collector's King James Version of the Bible that includes the ancient apocryphal books of Enoch, Jubilees, and 15 more ancient texts. In fact, order numerous sets to give away to every Bible enthusiast and student you know. The Handmaidens Conspiracy promotional offer. Order now at the Skywatch TV store or call 1-844-750-4985.